What do we got? We got another good day, people. Doing a couple things at once, getting myself ready. You gotta lubricate, you gotta hydrate, you gotta lubricate it. You gotta get the cream on there. So put a little cream on so I can look extra good for the show. How's that looking? Pretty good? Well, I might as well smell good too. Let's get smelling good. How's your melon smelling? A little heavy on that, but that's all right. What are we talking about today, people? Something important, I'll bet you, but nothing important at all. I wrote some of these things down and listened to this tape series called Conversations with God. It said enlightenment. What is enlightenment? We all want to know. We want to know, what is enlightenment? Enlightenment is knowing something before you experience it. Good to know. Knowing opens the door to experience. Think about it. What you know, you experience. Have you ever done this? I knew that was going to happen. What you know opens the door to that experience. So what happens is there's a couple of rules in the universe that I'm getting. Got nice orange oil. Yeah. Oil burner going today. Coach likes a good oil burner. Couple important things. What you resist persists. Let's talk about it. You want to talk about it? Here's what it means. Energy in the universe. Whatever you're resisting, you're placing there. When you're mad at somebody, you're placing the energy there. What you resist persists. When you're upset about something, what you resist persists. It stays there. You're the boss. You are the boss. Which means that if you resist it, it's going to persist. So, what have we been talking about? We've been talking about letting things go. Let it go. You know the Hawaiian technique, Pono, where you connect yourself to the divine. And in your moments of upset, in your moments of anger, you say, I love you. Thank you. Please forgive me. The words I love you are powerful. You know that if you stood across from somebody, even if it was your enemy, and you just looked at them and you thought, I love you, you kept your attention on the divine, and you thought, I love you, the right words would come to you to end the conflict. The key to the mastery is what I'm finding out, is responsibility for all of it. Taking responsibility for every single bit of it, all of it. If you see someone and they got a situation, it's yours. It's your problem. It's coming from within you. Everything comes from within. Have you heard this? You either go within or you go without. Because what happens is everything that ever has happened is happening on the inside. Everything that ever will happen is happening on the inside. And it projects out here onto the screen. And so for this to work, the master understands that responsibility for all of it is the key. That it's coming, if you're sitting across from somebody and they have problems, those are your problems. If you're seeing something, it's yours. And what to do is connect yourself to the divine and use the technique, Hawaiian, Ho'oponopono. I love you. Thank you. Please forgive me for this erroneous thinking. I love you. Give me a delete on this. But the key is taking responsibility for all of it. If you see something that's going on, it's yours. If you can see it, it's yours. That's the rule. That's orange is what that is. I got orange two days in a row. Taking 100% responsibility for your life. The people in it, the physical body, the money. You know how it works out in the world. Almost everybody believes things are happening to them, not because of them. But you as a master will be doing it different. You'll be thinking, if I see it, it's mine. What do I do next? Ho'oponopono. It's Hawaiian. Look it up. Look it up on your internet. You'll see it. Ho'oponopono. It means to make right. And so what this is saying, and I'm getting stuff out of it. You want to hear what I'm getting out of it? Because I'm getting something out of this. Okay? I've been trying to figure this out for a long, long time. I've been in this laboratory. I knew I left the land of the absolute. I knew I became physical. And I knew I did it to have choice. And that choice, I'm finding out, is to erase the past. To erase the problems. To let them go. That's my choice. If I see sickness, Someone's sitting across from me and they're sick. That's mine. Everybody's problems are your problems. And what I'm finding out is this technique's powerful. You hook yourself up to the divine. That's the key to the whole thing. You got to jack into the divine. Divinity, you know, all that is. Hashem, that's for you, Desiree. ATI, Allah, the source energy, the maker of the game, God, the grand architect. The first step is you have to be connected to that higher power, because that higher power can do the erase. It has the power to do it. So you connect yourself to the source, right in the face of not enough money, and you say, I love you. You just keep saying, I love you. Say it in your mind when you're standing across from someone. Say it when you're sitting in traffic and see what happens. The words I love you are much more powerful than you think. They're underrated. I love you's underrated. That's what it is. So what you resist persists. What you complain about stays there. Remember, complaint equals suffering. If you're suffering, it's because you're a complainer. It's every single time. Complaint causes suffering. Complaint is because you think something's happening to you and not because of you. But the master understands that everything comes from within, projects out, and then you look at it. Look at it! Pretty cool game. All right, let's talk about some cool things here. About passion. You ever have passion? Passion equals all that is. Passion equals God, or passion equals Allah. Passion equals the source. Passion equals the energy that creates worlds. It's inspiration is what it is. God is inspiration. And so when you feel passionate and you feel inspiration, that's because you've connected yourself to the source. I heard this from conversations with God, from God. My joy is in the creating, not the result. To not be concerned with the result, only be concerned with what you're creating. And what do you have to create? Nothing, because it's all been created. And so what you're doing and what I'm doing is we're erasing what's in the way. See, the divine's trying to come through. Good things are trying to come to you, but all these memories and all these negative thoughts are in the way. And they have to constantly be cleaned, constantly be cleared. Mr. Clean, you ever see him? Mr. Clean. So if you're in continual communication with the bigger part, you can do this by raising your eyes 20 degrees above the horizontal plane of salt. Check that. 20 degrees above the horizontal plane of sight. That's where the all is. That's where the angelic realm is. The angelic realm. Not needing a particular result equals mastery. If you don't need a particular result, you're a master. Pure being is pure godding. We long to experience our Godhead, so we introduce doing to the whole thing. To know ourselves in our own experience, we invented doing. Now, doing isn't so important. It's who you're being while you're doing it. One person's being helpful and kind and considerate. The other one's being grumpy and disrespectful. One produces a manifestation of positivity and one produces one of negativity. It's all about who you're being. That's what I'm getting. Who you be is who you're becoming. It's pretty good to know. All right, when you resist an energy, you place it there. When you talk about illness, you place it there. When you talk about not enoughness, you place it there. I didn't make the rules up to the game. I'm just talking about the rules. When you resist an energy, you place it there. Now, when you step back and you look at ultimate reality, your puny illusion holds no power. You've heard this over and over. Resist not temptation. It means resist not anything. Be mad at nothing. Don't be worked up about anything if you want it to change. Remember, first step, take responsibility for it. You cannot get anywhere. It's only a matter of speed. You're going to be there. You will be there. It's just a matter of speed. And what the advice is to notice who you're being while you're driving. Who you being in the face of not enough money. That's what's causing the creation. Who you being in the face of a relationship that's going south. Who you being in not being able to handle the kids. Who you being. That's what this is about. Reaction, complaint, that's what suffering is about. When you're reacting, when you're complaining. Remember, you produce all the events in your life out of choice. That each choice that you make is self-definitive. It's good to know. I like knowing that every choice I make, from food to what I think to what I say, it is creative, and that's who I become. It's good to know. Really good to know. Got this book out today. I always like to get it out. It's called The Master's Playbook. And I wrote this down about money. With so many times money matters, it touches every point of our life. So this book says, all of the angels, it calls on angels. All of the angels come to me, thanks, and help me have money stored in the banks. Help me have plenty to share, to use in my life to show that I care. Help me give freely of money and time. Thank God he is funny, and then charge of the rhyme. Master's Playbook. What's it mean? Call upon the angelic realm for your help. 20 degrees above the horizontal plane of sight. Think about it. If you think about angels, that's what's in your life. If you think about all that is, that's what's in your life. All the angels come to me, thanks. Help me have money stored in the banks. Help me have plenty to share, to use in my life to show that I care. Help me give freely of money and time, and thank God he is funny and in charge of the rhyme. We'll do it again tomorrow.